already. This is going to be exciting.
Here the Geico restart zone we go. Green flag is out and we're underway.
Just a few laps into this. Oh, the 37's getting loose. Oh, and he saves it. Oh, they're going 3 wide.
We've got a 5-way fight for the win of this race coming to 4 laps to go. He's gonna win it here in spectacular fashion.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to round 6 of the Lincoln Tech Indycar series of Goat Locker Racing, presented by V-Speed. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pocono Mountains. I'm your lead commentator, Corey Smith, next to Noah Hogard, alongside Skylar Daly in the truck. Noah, we're here at the Tricky Triangle. What can these races expect tonight?
Well, this track is known for its high speed and wide banking corners. I'm really excited to see how these cars take into account how huge this track is. I mean, you're talking, personally, I think it's 3 corners. We can argue all day about how many corners are in this track. I think it's 3. They call it a triangle for a reason. But these corners are so wide, and you can just really get some good speed off of them in these cars. So I'm really excited to see how these drivers can take those corners into account.
All right, as we look at the track info here for the Pocono Raceway, you can see we're 2.5 miles, just over 4 kilometers, 3 distinct turns, right? Modeled after different tracks. We have the turn 1 modeled after the Kidney Bean in Trenton, New Jersey. We got turn 2, the tunnel turn, which is going to be modeled after the Indianapolis. And then we got our turn 3, that flat 6-degree bank that mimics the Milwaukee Mile. And then what seems like a forever straightaway. We're going to see a lot of good racing here tonight.
Yeah,
While we have a second, let's talk about our title sponsor, Lincoln Tech. Lincoln's mission is to provide superior education and training to our students for in-demand careers in a supportive, accessible learning environment, transforming students' lives and adding value to their communities. They are one of the largest automotive tech schools in the nation with over 30 campuses. So once again, we're happy to have Lincoln Tech on board for another season of IndyCar racing here at Goat Locker Racing. And Noah, as we're getting ready to grid up here, let's take a look at that Jam Printing of Emotions Pull Award. It's going to go to James Molyneux with a 41.799. He's going to be starting at the inside with Jamie Lipke to the outside, and the number 16 starting in second. Row 2 is going to have Andrew McGarrigle inside of the number 77 of Ryzen Baker. Row 3 is going to have Daryl Young and Samuel Yosef. Row 4, we're going to have Tyler Justice in that 33 machine with Brennan McDonald in 8th. Brian Provo and Billy Sigmund going to start 9th and 10th. And then we got Rick Ravon and Corey Vaughn finishing out our field. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we have somebody in row 7. It's Bill Mulfeld in the 911. All right, Noah, as we're getting ready here, getting strapped in, let's talk about the situation here with the points. We have Mario Jacob Ellis absent tonight. Brian Provo going to have a chance. He's only about 30-some points behind. He's going to have a chance to leapfrog Jacob Ellis, and Wesley Burke not in the race tonight. Look for Jamie Lipke to maybe try to take over that 3rd spot.
Yeah, you just said a lot of heavy hitters out today, so we're definitely going to see some very interesting point jumps here. I'm really excited to see who's going to claim the new spots now with all these drivers out.
All right, well, as the field gets set to start rolling here in a moment, let's take a look at your race analysis. As the pace car pulls off pit road, we're going to do 70 laps tonight. We got a pit road speed of 55. The pace car is going to do 75, though. Unlimited tire sets, should you need them. We're going to have 2 shots at a green-white checker, and we're going to be at 70% fuel, which is going to be very interesting tonight. You're looking at maybe a 3-stop race. So look for the strategy for the fuel savers. Can they get it done in 2? It's going to be really close, but I don't know if you save and lose all that time to the 3-stoppers anyway. Noah, what do you think?
Well, a great thing about these Indy cars, obviously, is that fuel map. So you can save more fuel or burn more fuel, but being faster. I'm really curious to see how the drivers are going to use their fuel maps, to see if they're going to try to maybe go in a more slower pace to begin with and start burning it as we go on. Obviously a 2 to 3 stop race, depending how your fuel map's going to go. So definitely a lot of strategy to be in play here. I'm really curious to see what drivers do and what kind of situation he's running across here.
Well, the 13-car field making their way through turn 2 right now. We're going to see what happens here. We're looking at some possible fuel saving. You might see everybody get in line and just get rid of somebody who let them lead and let them use all their gas while everybody else falls in line. So as we're heading down into turn 3 to get this thing underway, we want to thank Extreme Scoring for sponsoring our green flag. Every green flag brought to you by Extreme Scoring. Noah, anything to add while we're running through turn 3?
Yeah, just some drivers to look out for. Rick Rivon making his debut, I believe, in this series now. A great friend of ours and was a former broadcaster for us. And I want to say welcome to the series.
Well, the pace car is off, and we are underway here at Pocono. Oh, there's some contact early. It looks like McDonald's going to be up in the wall. We're still green, but that's going to allow James Molyneux to get away with the lead. He is ahead by just over a tenth, but here comes Darrell Young to the inside in turn 2.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at that. It looks like McGarrigle was actually the one that got into the wall there. It looked like a bit of a bump there from Lipke. Trying to take a look back at this. A lot of interesting things happening there at that race start.
Darrell Young coming down the front straightaway for the first time. He's going to lead lap 1. He's got Tyler Justice, James Molyneux, Brennan McDonald in tow. The top 4 have a slight breakaway. Ryzen Baker leads the second pack, but now they're all joining back together as Darrell Young starts to pull away a little bit more.
Yeah, and we kind of see it now. Looks like Darrell Young's kind of spacing out a bit, but you'll see here that the run that's going to be coming up from the second place here is going to be quite extreme.
It's going to be Darrell Young out of the tunnel turn, heading down into turn 3, going to be by 4 car lengths. James Molyneux has, there's contact. There's Tyler Justice on the outside. They touch Justice into the wall. Going to lose a couple spots there, but it looks like he's okay as Darrell Young is going to lead him down into turn 1 again.
Yeah, and I think I'm starting to see different strategies playing out here. I'm seeing a lot of different lines from people. Some people trying to go low, some people opting to go high. Really curious to see how that's going to affect fuel saving as well. I know with taking different lines can lead to different kind of fuel strategies, so we'll see how that pans out.
Out of the tunnel turn again, it's still Darrell Young. He's put Jamie Lipke a lap down after the contact. Jamie Lipke trying to fight for that, trying to get her lap back, but not going to be successful. It's going to be James Molyneux getting the tow behind her, trying to catch Darrell Young.
Yeah, and with Lipke being a lap down now, that's going to bring an interesting situation here. As first and second place are now kind of wedged together by Lipke here. I'm really curious to see if Lipke will kind of move on to the side, maybe to let this pack go, or she's going to try to fight right here, try to get that lap back.
It doesn't look like that's going to happen as they're through the tunnel turn one more time. Jamie Lipke still trying to get the lap back. The arrow block from Lipke has absolutely hurt James Molyneux as James Molyneux is off the pace back into 6th. Now it's going to be Ryzen Baker and Tyler Justice, the back end of your top 3 as they're approaching Andrew McGarrigle to put him a lap down.
Yeah, and it's also just crazy to think about how fast you can get lapped here at Pocono in these cars. I mean, we're running about, let's see here, running about 42 second laps here. You know, this track can just be really fast in these cars, and you just see the runs and the dodging and blocking here. It's really interesting to watch.
Bryson Baker is trying to catch Daryl Young, and it looks like it's going to happen. Looking to the inside. Here they come down, just completing lap 5. It's going to be Daryl Young still in the lead with Bryson Baker and Rick Ravon, your top 3.
Yeah,
Ravon to the outside as they come down the Long Pond straightaway, but Bryson Baker's going to get it by a couple car lengths, and they're going to have to work together if they want to catch Daryl Young as they go through turn 2.
Yeah, I think this is going to be all about navigating through these lap cars here that are kind of taking up your really your first and second and third spot, but not really. It's really just going to be how you can navigate through them. It looks like they're not giving up any room at all for these other cars behind them. So really interesting to watch here.
Well, as they come down to complete lap 6, it's going to be Daryl Young with the 2-lap cars of Lipke and McGarrigle behind. They're shutting out Bryson Baker and Rick Ravon as those two tangle in the back. And now there's going to be a little bit of contact almost between McGarrigle and Lipke, and that's going to allow Bryson Baker to try to get around them to try to have a shot here. Daryl Young in through turn 2. Oh, there's a spin in the back. It's going to collect Lipke and Baker. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It looked like Lipke might have gotten out of that one. Let's take a look at the V-Speed Instant Replay. What do you see here, Noah?
Well, it looks like, I believe Ryzen might have clipped his inside tires there under the yellow line. I think that just caused his car to get loose there. It just spins out. There's really nothing you can do once you spin out one of these cars.
Well, Ryzen Baker loses it, collects the lap car of McGarrigle, and we're going to have 2 meatballs here early on, and we're under caution. As the field collects the pace car in turn 1, we're going to go to a commercial, and we'll be right back after this with pit stops.
Superior quality, ultimate protection, and the highest level of craftsmanship. We make our gloves for the hard worker that wakes up every morning and gives 110%. You deserve the highest quality protective gear that's going to work for you day in, day out. We know it can be tough deciding what companies to trust for your hard-earned money. It's all in our name. We've mastered our craft to help you master yours. We make our gloves rugged, durable, and designed for you. Whatever the job is, we have you covered. We are your glove station.
Welcome back to the Lincoln Tech IndyCar Sports Series on V-Speed by Goat Locker Racing. We're under caution for the first time tonight after Ryzen Baker caught the apron with his left front, lost the rear end, and took out Andrew McGarrigle. So right now we're looking at pit stops. Looks like we're going to have some takers. Looks like Jamie Lipke's going to try to get that lap back. But here come the leaders. Everybody's coming down pit road right now. Noah?
Yeah, and we saw with McGarrigle and Baker there taking their fast repairs early. It's a great thing we have fast repairs in this series, especially on ovals. You know, one touch and your car is pretty much completely toast. There's nothing you can do about it. Definitely is not a great break for them at using their fast repair this early in the race. They have to play it really careful now.
Well, Daryl Young slides through his pit box. That's going to cost him some spots, and it's going to be no other than Rick Ravon first off pit road. As Daryl Young's going to lose 2 spots, it's going to be Ravon McDonald, Young, Provo, Molyneux, Justice, Sigmund, Vaughn, Yosef, and Baker, your top 10 off pit road. Well, while we have a second, why don't we talk about the Indiana Department of Veteran Affairs? We want to thank them for their support, their mission. They support, serve, and advocate for the Indiana veterans community. So if you're a veteran that's in Indiana or looking to go to Indiana, make sure you give them a call and they'll get you all hooked up here as we're pacing our way through the tunnel turn here in Pocono, Pennsylvania. Had a good about 7 or 8 laps here, but then we're under caution now. So, Noah, how's this going to change the fuel strategy? Was that, is that going to make it a 2-stop race for sure? Nobody's going to go for 3, I would imagine.
Yeah, I believe this is going to make it a 2-stop race now. I'm still curious to see how fuel maps are going to come about. I know everybody went down for fuel except for Libke, obviously, so we'll see how Libke's situation will pan out. But, yeah, like I said with fuel maps, it's really important to see what fuel map you're on. Obviously, you'll save a lot more fuel, so I'm really curious to see if we get later down the road, we'll see changes of fuel maps. It looks like everybody's kind of running full speed right now. So we'll probably see that more later to the race, probably more like around lap 40, lap 50-ish. I think we'll start seeing the fuel maps starting to play in. So, again, it's all about strategy. That's why I love the IndyCar. You can do a lot of different things to move the car your way, weight jackers and all that. So, really exciting to see how this is going to pan out.
Well, you saw Jamie Libke there having to fall back. She's going to stay a lap down, unfortunately for her. We'll have to see what the strategy is here. She's probably going to be hoping for some cautions. We'll have to see what happens for her. She'll be battling her way back up the rest of the race. So we're lined up. We're 1 to go as we come out of turn 1, head down the Long Pond straightaway. We're going to have about 60 laps to go here. Another gorgeous day in the mountains of Pennsylvania. You ever been here, Noah?
No, I have not. I think I've only traveled out of my, kind of my state circle, I would call it. Because, I'm from Georgia. So I've been to North Carolina, South Carolina. I've been to Florida, Alabama, kind of all those states. I've never really traveled outside that circle. So,
all right, well,
I've kind of been closeted in a way.
Maybe for 2026, we can get you out of SEC territory as they make their way through turn 2. Coming to green this time, like I said earlier, 60 laps to go, long way to go, a lot of mistakes to be made, a lot of mistakes to make up for. But we got 2 faster pairs spent out of the 13 so far. Going to be interesting to see how this goes. But I think the field is on notice. Rick Ravon is at the point, and they're in trouble.
Yeah, Rick has been, I believe our biggest mover of the night now. Pretty much sneakily has made his way up to the top now, so let's see what happens.
Well, the pace car is down. We're going into the restart zone here, and we're back with extreme scoring restart zone. Rick Ravon gonna get a massive jump. He's ahead by 5 car lengths as they head down towards turn 1. Coming out of turn 1 at over 200 miles an hour down the Long Pond straightaway. It's Ravon, McDonald, and Young. There's going to be a move by Young to the inside as they go down to turn 2. He's going to get ahead by a wing. Can he make it stick? It's going to be Ravon going to have the run out of 2. He's got McDonald as a pusher, but you can see them stacking up in turn 3 behind him. It's going to be Ravon and Young. They're going to be coming around off of 3. They're going to be side by side across the line. It's going to be Young at the line.
Some action happened behind the leaders here.
Well, Ryzen Baker is stopped and is towing now, and we're back under caution here for the 2nd time tonight. Let's see if we can get a handle on what happened there in the V-Speed Instant Replay. Not sure what happened there on that first green lap. Coming around, was there contact? There was. Who was that? That looked like the 54 or 64 maybe.
54 of Corey Vaughn.
Well, yeah, I don't know if Corey just lost his bearings there. If the spotter wasn't quite up to date on that one, but either way, that is going to bury Ryzen Baker because his steering is definitely bent. He's already down his faster pair, and now Corey Vaughn is meatballed, and he's going to have to use his as well.
Yeah, and that's just really bad news there for Ryzen Baker. With no fast repair, you're kind of just stuck there, and I think he's probably going to leave the race.
Well, McGarrigle has also left the race. He's done. Ryzen Baker probably done. So now, if you've survived this long, you pretty much guaranteed a top 10. Is only car on track right now is Jamie outside the top 10. She's looking for more attrition so she can get her points and try to leapfrog Wesley Burke, who's gone this week. We're coming around turn 3. I do believe pit road's going to be open this time. Not sure if we'll have any takers. Maybe some in the back of the field trying to top off. Looks like a couple fakers. Up, here comes the back of the pack. The first one on pit road is going to be Billy Sigmund, Corey Vaughn, Bill Mulfeld, and Jamie Lipke all on pit road. Corey's going to see how much time there is to repair that without using the fast repair, but we'll have to see how it goes. Maybe not, just trying not to lose a lap with the toe. Well, he's going to use that fast repair, and it's going to be spent. So now we're down 1, 2, 3, 4 fast repairs. A third of the field already used it. Well, while everybody's on pit road getting their service and repairs, I want to talk to you about GTR Simulators, another one of our phenomenal sponsors. They're a leader in professional grade racing equipment and flight simulators. They deliver immersive real world experiences trusted by racers, pilots, educators, and entertainment venues worldwide. From home setups to commercial and training solutions, GTR Simulator puts you in the driver's seat. By the way, Noah, if you didn't know this, there is a special discount for GLR in the shop tab at goatlockerracing.org. And if you've never been to goatlockerracing.org, well, first of all, shame on you, but also, secondly, welcome to the family. Lots of good information there. If you don't know what we do, go to goatlockerracing.org and find out.
I do want to vouch for the GTR simulators. I used to own one. It was great quality. Great quality product. I would definitely buy it again if you're ever looking for a simulator.
All right, well, we're working lap 13 under caution, the second caution of the night. And it's going to be Daryl Young in first place with Rick Ravon behind. Brennan McDonald in that number 92 machine. Running third currently to the bottom step of the podium. Brennan McDonald really looking for a nice night tonight. 22nd in points, trying to leapfrog some people that don't really show up super often. He should cash in tonight. Hopefully get a few more spots, be in the teens and points. Well, lights are out on the pace car. We're 1 to go. We're going to come to the green on lap 15, which will put us at about 56 laps to go. Noah, what do you think so far, and what do you predict's going to happen next?
Well, I think the battle with Daryl Young and Rick Ravon is going to be absolute cinema. I think probably one of the two best drivers right now on the track, period. I think they're going to go back at it again, playing leapfrog each other. One's going to get the run, they're going to pass one another, and then the other one's going to get the run and pass each other. It's really going to be a battle of, again, fuel for one, and two, who's going to leapfrog last. You know, whoever's going to get that run last is pretty much the person that's going to win the race. So I'm really excited to see how the run's going to play out and how the fuel's going to run too.
Well, in past seasons, we've seen Rick Ravon be the master of, well, basically all those things. He's so good at getting on and off pit road. He's so good at using his dirty air to block. And he's pretty good at managing that fuel. So we're going to have to see what Rick Ravon's got tonight as he debuts for the first time in 2026. We're going to see what he has for this 13-car field, which is all the way down to 11 already. Heading down towards turn 3. The lights are out on the caution car. We're going green this time. And I cannot wait for what is going to happen as the cars enter the extreme scoring restart zone. 56 laps to go. Daryl Young with Rick Ravon, Brendan McDonald. Your top 3, Brian Provo, James Molyneux, Tyler Justice, Samuel Yosef, Bill Sigmund, Bill Mulfeld, and Jamie Lipke. Rounding out your top 10. As they enter the restart zone, the extreme scoring restart zone. He's going to delay, and now he's going to take off, and they bunch up behind. The red car of Samuel Yosef had to break ranks there as they came across. It's going to be Ravon to the top as they head down towards turn 1. He's clear.
Just like I said, the leapfrog there, he'll get right behind someone, and then they're going to get the run and just blast off.
Daryl Young back to the inside. He wants the lead back, but here comes Brian Provo off the tag. Can they go 3 wide and 2? No. Provo thinks better of it. It's going to be Daryl Young to the inside as they go down towards turn 3, way to the inside. Rayvon's got the preferred line.
Yeah, and we're starting to see kind of the inside line take advantage here. I'm noticing a lot of the cars are pulling down to the inside here, making a little bit of a train. Kind of excited to see how these lines are going to go. I've seen some people go outside and seen some people go inside. It's really just a matter of who's in front of you, who's not.
Rayvon uses the long straightaway to slipstream behind Daryl Young, takes the lead, and now he's down the Long Pond straightaway. 6 car lengths clear of Daryl Young. But here comes Brendan McDonald through turn 2, going to pull right up to the rear wing of Daryl Young. He's going to look right. No, he's going to fall in line, but it's going to be 4 cars nose to tail going into turn 3. Oh, there's going to be contact to the back. It looked like Tyler Justice and James Molyneux, maybe.
Yeah, I was just taking a look at that.
Daryl Young's going to take the lead back as they go down into turn 1. It's going to be Brendan McDonald into second. Rick Rayvon got the run on the high side. Here comes Brian Provo on the outside. And Brendan McDonald's going to shut the door, but he's not going to get it done. Brian Provo going to take third. Here comes Daryl Young down into turn 2 with Rick Rayvon right alongside him.
Yeah, just like I said, this battle is just absolute cinema right now. I mean, we're watching probably 2 of the best drivers right now, with Brendan McDonald maybe just having a seat right now, probably the best seat in the house watching this battle unfold. You know, if